Asha was born into poverty in a small village. Her family lived in a tiny broken house with no proper roof. When it rained, water leaked inside, soaking their thin mattresses. Her father was a daily wage laborer, and her mother worked as a maid in rich people's homes. They barely had enough to eat. Despite their hardships, Asha's family shared laughter, dreams, and a strong bond. One day, everything changed. Asha's father fell from a construction site and got badly injured. He couldn't work anymore, and the family had no savings for his treatment. They knocked on doors, begged for help, but no one came forward. Slowly, he grew weaker, and one cold morning, he passed away. His sudden death shattered them. Her mother, once strong and hopeful, was now lost in sorrow. Asha's younger brother, just 5 years old, clung to her, asking when their father would return. Asha, at just 12, felt a new burden on her shoulders. She watched her mother struggle, working day and night, yet still failing to provide enough food. Some nights they slept on empty stomachs. The pain of hunger became normal, but the helplessness in her mother's eyes hurt more. Asha promised herself she would find a way out. She would change their fate. She wanted to study, but there was no money for school. Instead of giving up, she found an old torn English book in a trash pile and taught herself. She listened carefully when rich children spoke in English, repeating their words under her breath. She asked strangers for meaning, writing down every new word in a small notebook she had found on the roadside. People laughed at her accent, mocked her dreams, but she didn't stop. She knew education was her only escape. To support her family, she took up small jobs, washing dishes, cleaning homes, and even stitching clothes late at night under a dim candlelight. The work was tiring. Her hands often bled from the harsh detergents, and her back ached from long hours. But every time she felt like breaking down, she remembered her father's words. Never give up, no matter how hard life gets. Years passed, and Asha's determination only grew stronger. She learned English fluently by practicing with a broken radio she had found in a garbage bin. One day, while working as a cleaner in an office, she overheard a conversation about a job opening for a receptionist. She gathered courage and asked, "Can I apply?" The manager laughed. "You? A cleaner? Do you even know English?" Instead of backing down, she spoke confidently, proving she had learned. The manager, surprised, gave her a chance. It wasn't easy. She was ridiculed for her background, but she worked harder than anyone else. She stayed late, learned computer skills, and improved her communication. Over the years, her dedication caught the attention of her employer, who promoted her step by step. She became a supervisor, then an assistant, and finally, after years of effort, she was offered a senior position in the company. But amidst her struggles, life had another surprise for her: love. During her early years at the office, Asha met Rohan, a junior employee who had also struggled to escape poverty. He noticed how she never gave up, how she worked tirelessly, and how she fought for her dreams. He saw his own pain reflected in her eyes. They became friends, sharing stories of their past, their fears, and their hopes. At first, Asha resisted the idea of love. She believed that love was a luxury she couldn't afford. Her focus was on survival, on pulling her family out of hardship. But Rohan never pressured her. Instead, he stood beside her, cheering her on, reminding her that she wasn't alone in her battle. He supported her dreams and helped her improve her skills. Slowly, the friendship deepened into something more. However, Their love wasn't easy. Society wasn't kind to them. People gossiped. How could a poor girl like Asha dream of love? How could she think of anything beyond survival? Some colleagues whispered behind her back, mocking her, but Rohan never left her side. He stood by her, reminding her that she was more than just her struggles. He knew her potential and saw the woman she was becoming. One day, when Asha finally received her first promotion, she rushed to tell Rohan. Instead of congratulating her, he gave her a small wrapped package. Inside, she found a pen with her name engraved on it. "This is for the future CEO," he said with a smile. Asha laughed, shaking her head. "That's impossible." But deep inside, his belief in her lit a fire she didn't even know she had. As Asha climbed the ladder of success, she and Rohan built a life together. They dreamed of helping others who had suffered like them. And when Asha finally became a senior executive, she and Rohan opened a foundation for underprivileged children, teaching them English, skills, and confidence to chase their dreams. But success did not erase the pain of the past. There were nights when Asha would wake up in fear, still feeling the hunger of her childhood, still hearing the echoes of her father's last words. There were moments when she stood in her spacious office and felt like an imposter, remembering how people once mocked her for daring to dream. She faced setbacks even in her career. Some colleagues doubted her, whispering that she didn't belong in a corporate world. Some deals failed. Some projects collapsed. And there were days when she felt like she was slipping back into failure. But every time she thought of quitting, she remembered her mother's tired hands, her brother's innocent smile, and Rohan's unwavering faith in her. Those reminders gave her the strength to continue. Asha also never forgot the pain of rejection. She remembered the houses that slammed doors in her mother's faith when they asked for help, the relatives who turned their backs when they had nothing. That pain turned into purpose. She made it her mission to never let another child feel so helpless, to never let another woman cry herself to sleep, thinking she was alone. Years later, Asha stood in front of a crowd at a seminar for young women entrepreneurs. She held the same pen Rohan had given her years ago. "Once, I thought being a CEO was impossible," she said, her voice strong yet filled with emotion. "But someone believed in me before I could believe in myself. And today, I stand here not just as a CEO, but as proof that no dream is too big if you refuse to give up." As she stepped down from the stage, her eyes met Rohan's in the crowd. He smiled at her, the same way he had all those years ago when she was just a cleaner, with dreams bigger than her reality. And in that moment, she knew they had won. Not just against poverty, but against every doubt, every insult, and every hardship life had thrown at them. To all my dear viewers, Asha's story is a reminder that struggles are real, but so is hope. If she can learn English despite all odds, so can you. Keep practicing, keep learning, and never let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. Your dreams are valid. Don't give up. If this story inspired you, let me know in the comments. What part of Asha's journey touched your heart? And if you want to improve your English like Asha, don't forget to watch our next video, where I'll share 5 powerful English-speaking tips to help you on your journey. Stay strong, stay learning, and see you in the next lesson.